And that means we are going to get ready to present to you guys the skateboard semifinals, which is going to be happening right now in Edmonton. That's right, stop number 3 out here at the FWS World Series Tour. How you doing, Thomas?
I'm very good, man. I can't wait to see those semifinals go down now.
We've had an amazing last couple days out here in Edmonton. We're at a new location. Make sure you guys check that out online. You can find exactly where we are. We are much closer into the city center of Edmonton. As you guys can see right now, beautiful space that we have out here in Edmonton, so close to all the action in the city. It's the 3rd stop on the FWS World Series, all the way across the Atlantic. We had just finished off stop number 2 in Montpellier. Guys, see a little preview of the park course right there. But if you guys are tuning in online, make sure you guys check us out on social media. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, as well. Facebook pages, FWS.official. As well, you can go and check us out on Twitter and Instagram at FWS World as well. FWS World Series for Snapchat handle. Make sure you hashtag all your posts, FWS World and FWS Edmonton for this stop in particular. As you see there, this is the global map, the FWS World Series. Stop number 1 is going to be, of course, we had it in Hiroshima, Japan this year. Rolling over to stop number 2 was Montpellier, France. Had some absolutely amazing action in the motherland of the FWS. Now we are here in beautiful Edmonton, Canada. Stop number 3 in Louis McKinney Riverfront Park. Make sure you guys check that one out as well. We're going to be over in Budapest, September, and then finishing off the tour in Chengdu, China, like we always do at the start of November. That's going to be November 2nd to 4th. Make sure you guys tune in for all the action and watch the end of the series where that's all going to be unfolding as well. You guys know there's going to be a lot of Olympic contention starting during November.
There will be, but as you guys see, we can we're having a look at the skate park we got here now in Edmonton, and we have all the people, all the competitors that are gonna skate the semifinals practicing there because we're starting in just a couple of minutes. Thanks to the Hurricane crew who built this amazing park here for us for today. As you see, we got a big course. It's way bigger than we're usually used to. We got everything you're asking for. We got down rails, hubbas, bump to bars, big quarter pipes, smaller quarter pipes, and as you see, the park is uphill. So one of the sides is easy to skate. You got a lot of speed, but then when you're coming back, you gotta push a lot because there's 2 different levels, actually 3 different levels, including the bottom level of the park. So these guys will have to put a lot of work in to try win this competition tomorrow when we have the finals. And we're just looking at our judges panel, which is Julian Guillaume, David Burite from the US, and Marco Jaspinsek from the US. All 3 our judges, including our speaker on site, Emil Janikot. So we're looking at these. We got an international judging crew. Marco Jaspinsek living in the United States, originally from Slovenia, Europe, and Julian from France, and David from the US as well. All professional skateboarders. And we have the format here. So we're gonna skate. We got 20 riders in 5 heats. That's going to be 1-minute rounds for each rider. We're going to have 2 rounds as usual. The best round counts. And then that's going to determine the ranking for today. So, yep, the top 12 out of the 20 today are going to make it to the finals tomorrow. And, yeah, we're going to be having a great show.
I mean, it's a big format as well. All the judges are going to be going through the criteria. It's not just about who has the best line choice, but as well, tricks. It's a whole entire overall package that the judges have to get scoring for the athletes. Tell me, like, a bit of difficulty that some of the riders go through with judging and things like that as we have a top professional contest like this.
Oh, yeah, we have professional judges. So let me tell you that these guys know what they're doing. So they're looking for the amplitude, speed, difficulty, how the people use the park, basically the overall impression of the 1-minute run. So you just have to put together everything that skateboarding has to be able to score the highest score. We're scoring on the scale between 0 and 100. The higher your score is towards the 100, the better your placing is going to be.
As you guys see there are all the skaters on course right now, keeping the muscles warm. It's a little bit windy out here in the park, So I think, yeah, they're bundling up right now. It said it was calling for about 24 degrees Celsius today, but it seems a bit chillier. We do have a little bit of a recap from the competition tour. Let's check out some of our VTR from the previous events.
In Hiroshima, and the huge crowd we had at the competition. That's our current leader, Daisuke Ikeda, who won in Hiroshima and finished second in Montpellier. But now we're looking at the FIS World Series stop in Montpellier, France, which we had back in May. Looking at Aurelion Jiro and again Daisuke Ikeda, who ended up finishing second at the stop. We had the biggest crowd yet. We almost reached 1 million people coming to watch. And look at the amazing skating of all the riders. We're looking at Vincent Milou, a French man, one of the French skateboard superstars, who took the win at the home soil in Montpellier. That was the review of our event, and we're gonna introduce some of the riders. Well, all of the riders too. We're gonna start it off with Dakota Fleming from Canada, Ben Loads, Liam Monchoa, Cory Smith, Jack Dinius, Bruce Cardinal, and then Mike Piowar coming from the United States, Jonathan Jean-Philippe, called as JJP from France, Chris Chan from the US. Chris unfortunately will not be starting in the semifinals today, followed by Brendan Valjalo coming from Johannesburg, South Africa. Brendan has been on a world tour with us. This guy truly goes to most of the events these days. Then 11th competitor will be Maxime Shannon, a French skateboard star, professional skateboarder. Then Keyshawn Johnson, a crowd's favorite, one of the best skaters out there. Danny Leon from Spain. Then we're going to get Aurelion Jiro, Joseph Carpaccio, Xander Gabriel, Sora Negishi, Adrian Boulard, Richard Turi, and last skater will be Daisuke Ikeda, our current leader of the rankings for the 2018 season. We're looking at the park, and we will be starting in just a couple seconds. And I believe we got Dakota Fleming in the park, starting it off with a big air, big frontside air, not quite getting it. Dakota is a local skater. He came to the park yesterday afternoon straight from work for practice. So we got a lot of good skaters coming here from Edmonton, joining the FIS World Series stop here. Dakota missing the pole jam. Still 30 seconds to go. So you guys remember, we have 2 rounds for each skater. So if the skater doesn't put his round together in the first round, he can still win or qualify through his second round. And there was a kickflip into the bank and a backside board slide down the big rail. Still 10 seconds to go. You hear the local support. The Edmonton crew, I can't wait for the crowd to show up tomorrow for the finals. And he got the pole jam this time. And that's going to be time for Dakota Fleming. The first rider of the contest is always very important for the judges because they're putting together the scale of their scoring based on the first round. So whatever Dakota's gonna get, that's gonna be determining the scores of other skaters because they will be comparing them to him. Oh, you saw that hard slam. It's always difficult to be the first skater. I remember one of the contests, actually it was Tampa Pro. I was the first skater in heat number 1 and I had a crazy bad slam too. So seeing a slam at the first trick is always hard.
It's always a lot of pressure to be the first athlete out of the gate. 42 coming in for the score there of Dakota. Ben Lotz right now.
Yeah, look at Ben. He's always joking around. I like this guy. I met him a couple of years ago at one of the FIS World Series stops, and yeah, I am a fan. And we got Ben dropping in, starting it off with a nollie 50-50. The hubba into the bank, and missing a kickflip frontside 50-50. I saw him do it every try in the practice, as usual. When it comes to it in the contest, it's a whole different time. So Ben still got 42 seconds to go. Dropping in the quarter pipe, going for the bump to bar, and a front crooks. I like that. No comply tray flip. And then nollie heel into the bank. 23 seconds to go with a front Smith. And that was a perfect contest make. Fully counts. It would not count when you're filming a street part. It counts in the contest though. 12 seconds to go for Ben. And a backside 50-50. It's going to be time for the last trick. 4, 3, 2, 1, and oh! That was gonna be a nice ender.
Tray or?
It's a no comply tray flip. I don't know if that's the correct name. I just call it that. That was our second skater in heat number 1. We're gonna look at some replays of the frontside crooked grind. Look at the pinch. Beautiful execution of the trick. And that front Smith with a little hand down. He's always smiling. It's funny guy. Damn, that looked dangerous. I would never try that down the stairs. I've never even tried it on flat. So we're waiting for the scores for Ben to come in. And scores are in, 52.66. So Ben's going to be sitting in first. It's a good feeling to be sitting in first at the FWS World Series. Even though it might not be for long, but he is currently sitting in first.
Second rider out of the gate. I mean, this is
Does
the
not
semifinals.
matter.
There's a lot of athletes to come.
At least for a minute, he's sitting in first.
Very right. It's super nice to be in first. Getting
You
that
can-
hot
you can-
seat for a little bit.
Yeah, right? You can claim
get
it.
there
Like
for
you
a
can
while.
take a screenshot of the screen. You can like show it to the homies. Be like, yo, look, like I was sitting in first for a minute.
Liam Mustachio.
Oh, that was nice. Liam surprised me with that half cap nose many. So Liam Mustachio, skater number 3 in heat number 1 here in Edmonton. Ollie to 50-50 to nose grind up the hubba. That was very creative. You can tell some of these skaters were putting it together in the practice, but then when it comes to the contest, they don't have all the experience needed to put their run together. Because some of these skaters I have never seen before, and I was very impressed when I saw them skating in the practice today in the morning.
Yeah, you can notice actually.
Whoa! How do you even call this? Hey, if you guys are watching, can you DM me the name of the trick, because I have never seen that done. Whoa! Backside airwalk down the stairs. This guy got moves, man.
It was like he went tray flip into airwalk finger flip or something.
It was an airwalk. Yeah, this one or the one before?
The one before.
The one before, I'm going to say, was a frontside airwalk 3 shove. Maybe.
Again? No.
Oh, I don't even know. I want to see the replay of that trick. Even though it was a bail, I'd love to see. Please put it on the replay. Okay, we're going to see the front board.
And he does run
rail. Please, yep.
here.
The backside airwalk. That was beautiful. That was amazing. I'd score him high just for the backside airwalk. Let's see what the judges think. And they think it was worth 46.33. Liam currently sitting in third. And we got the sun out. It was, as Ryan said, it was a little bit chilly in the morning. So when the sun comes out, it's so much better. Not only the colors, not only everything looks better, but it's so much warmer here in Edmonton. So third rider in is going to be Cory Smith, also coming from Canada. One of the 20 skaters skating today, semifinals. And there we're going to, whenever you're ready, Cory. The time's going to start when he drops in, and there we go. A speed check into the bank, and a manual across the mani pad. And from 3. Cory still 40 seconds to go. Getting a no slide on the bump to ledge. Coming down the big bank. Setting up for the quarter pipe. He's gonna do the front three again. And there we go, frontside 360. 20 seconds to go for Cory. Still plenty of time to squeeze a couple tricks in. And a crooked grind in the quarter pipe. Cruising around the park. Oh! These guys got some moves. It's interesting to see new tricks. They're just playing in the park.
You notice a lot of Canadian names out here, a lot of locals coming out to support the FWS on its venture out into Edmonton. If you guys are just tuning in, we are right now at Louise McKinney Riverfront Park in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It's the third stop at the FWS World Series. I'm Ryan Meyer, joined by Thomas Winter, and this is the semifinals of the skateboard contest on the FWS World Series.
We're watching a couple of replays. And that's going to be it for Cory Smith. We're going to go back to the top of the order. And next rider in is going to be Dakota Lemond, our first skater that we saw today. So there we go. Dakota's getting ready for his second round. And time's going to start as soon as he drops in. He's going to be starting on the other side of the course. And that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, just a little confusion. Dakota wasn't sure if he's skating now. We're just watching the course, watching the skaters getting ready. And then next skater is going to be Dakota Lemond, as I mentioned before. Sorry for the little confusion you guys saw.
So Dakota about to drop in here.
Currently with a score of 40 even. He's looking for an improvement for sure. Starting it off with a huge frontside air, getting it now. I like the crowd. We got a loud crowd here. 43 seconds to go for Dakota. Board slide into the bank. Coming for the quarter pipe. Getting a back blunt to back D, blunt to back D. Let's get some speed coming for the vert wall. Oh! Trying to get a nose spake in the big vert quarter pipe. 20 seconds to go for Dakota. And a backside board slide across the long flare bar. Still 8 seconds to go. Enough time to get one more trick.
Not quite having enough speed for that flat bar one.
It is a difficult flare bar. It's probably 6 or 7 meters long. And that's going to be time for Dakota. Watching last. Whoa! Back 270 over the hip. And that's going to be it. We're going to wait for the scores of his second round. I feel like it was an improvement from the first round. He did the big air. He did that board slide. We're going to watch some replays now. Nice frontside in the air. Then the blunt to back D. Back in the quarter pipe. And then that back 270 attempt. That was really nice. So let's wait for the scores. They're coming in. It's going to be a 44.66, so it was a little improvement. And Dakota currently sitting in third place. See, we still got Ben Load sitting in first. It wasn't a minute, it was the full heat. Next rider in, current leader Ben Loads with a 52.66. Starting it off with a nollie 50-50. And the kickflip frontside 50-50, getting it now. 45 seconds to go, already 2 tricks in. He's just throwing in jokes. It's gonna be, oh, missing that front crooks he did in the first round. 30 30 seconds with a no comply tray. Nollie front 180 in the quarter pipe. And a nollie heel into the bank. And followed by a front Smith. Not getting it this time. He's just smiling. This guy is something else. Okay, 10 seconds to go for Ban. He's gonna try, hopefully, gonna try and land that no comply tray down the big set. 3, 2, 1, and right after that, that's gonna be time. Oh, whoa! That's a best trick contender for the best trick contest. Gonna watch a couple replays with a nollie 50-50 into the bank for Ban. And a kickflip frontside 50-50. Then the no comply tray. Beautiful execution. And almost getting that front Smith. Scores are coming in. Just a couple seconds. That was skater number 2. Heat number 1. With a 40.33. So Ben's going to hold on to the score from the first round, 52.66. And he currently is sitting in first.
Give it up for a second run.
Lion Mustachio, run number 2, frontside 5-0 into the bank.
Oh.
And oh, wow. Like that nose bone down the stairs. I never see grabs downstairs anymore. I used to do them when I started skating. It was like really nice. Whoa! Nose manual up to fakie manual down. That was really nice. Lime's killing it in this round. 29 seconds to go. Still half of the run, and it's been a perfect round so far. Whoa, backside pole jam. A half gap heel attempt, not getting that one. Turning around. And a nose grind into the bank, speed check. And then backside 50-50, front 180 out into the bank. And that's gonna be time for Lime. Only one trick he missed. Whoa! Front 180, what was that? Front 180 late finger shove it. That was a big spin with a finger. Was it a big spin with a finger flip or a finger shove it in? Damn, wow. Interesting tricks. That was a really interesting round. Outscored very high. Let's see what the judges think. These guys are just having a good time out there. Oh, 59 even. That is a good score. So we have a new leader. How did you like that round?
Mustachio. There's a lot of interesting line or trick selections on these line. Yeah.
I have never seen a couple of those tricks he did. Like I have never seen anyone do.
Cory Smith is going to be the next rider up. Canadian boy looking to improve his score of a 40 from run 1.
Also the last rider in the first heat. Cory Smith getting that front 3. 45 seconds, plenty of time. And a no slide on the bump to ledge. Backside big spin in the quarter pipe. So far, a way better run. The front side air, finger flip, back in the quarter pipe. So different. If you guys watch skateboard contests, you never see these tricks. And a nollie biggie in the quarter pipe. Coming down. All the way to the big wall. And a hurricane. 9 seconds to go with a perfect round so far. 360 boneless. And that is going to be time for Cory with a perfect round. Put your hands together because that was a really nice round. Perfect, no bails.
You talk about, okay, that being a perfect run. Now, how does a judge score something that is perfect, but maybe there's going to be some more advanced tricks coming up in the future?
It's not going to be a very high score. It's going to be a mid-range score because that's obviously not the most difficult tricks he can do. But it was a perfect round. It was definitely an improvement from the first round. So we're looking at better score, that's for sure. I don't know how high that's going to be, but we are about to see in a couple seconds. Cory's excited, you see. I'd be excited if I had a round like this too. With some
It
cool
was
tricks.
different as well.
Yep.
Takes a lot as well to step out on the field and throw down something that's completely different than what all the other
Like you
judges
never
are
see
used to
360 boneless, you never see the frontside air finger flip disaster that he did. It's just tricks that I have never seen before. See,
Going
it
in there
was
with
an
the 50
improvement.
even. It's going to be holding in third place now.
So we got 18 skaters competing today in the semis, and 12 of the riders are going to make it to the finals tomorrow. So basically you only have to beat 6 riders to be able to make it and win money, because we have a huge prize purse here at the stop. So yep, currently the current scores: Ben Load sitting in first with 71.66, and second Lion Mustachio with 59 even. Then third Dakota Lemond, also from Canada. Gonna be looking at some replays, flexing the front side crooks of Ben, and the front Smith, and the front side board slide, and the backside airwalk down the stairs, and the front 3 in that quarter pipe, and there you have the finger flip slam. Blunt back disaster, nollie 50-50 by Ban. Kickflip frontside 50, that was run number 2 if you guys remember, the no comply tray. I really enjoy this new park that Hurricane built here for us in Edmonton with these new additions. It's bigger, more creative, and I have seen people do interesting lines. I can't wait to see Danny Leon, who was one of my favorites on the course yesterday in the practice. He just goes so fast, flies all over the park, and does some technical tricks also. So yep, just wait for Danny. He's gonna be skating in heat number 3. Heat number 2 coming up. Having a little course overview with the skater trying to stay warm. It's not very warm here in Canada today. I'd say around 15 degrees.
Hey, we've got a lot of different climate changes going on in Canada. It's
You're from
to
Canada,
be out.
right?
Yeah, it's beautiful to be back in the motherland. I'm from Vancouver, though. We're a little bit one province over. Jake Dinius is going to be our first rider up in heat number 1. Heat number 2.
Heat number 2, you're correct. I saw Jack killing it yesterday. He's one of the local skaters. He goes fast and he does big tricks. That's what we're looking for. And Jack is in. Time started already, so it was a backlip on the bump to bar. First trick in the line, coming back with a crooked grind into the bank. You can tell Jack knows how to skate. A nose grind, the bump to ledge. So 40 seconds to go, already 3 tricks in. Oh, that's the worst thing that can happen during your round. Like you get a tire shoe, why wouldn't you do it before? Like, I don't get it. Like seriously. And a nollie crooks, yeah, Jack. Making that time loss up. A front feed into the bang. It's a beautiful round. Oh, front tail not getting that one. 14 seconds to go, Jack. Still 2 tricks. Well, seems like 1 trick now. 7 seconds. 5, 4, and not getting the front nose. And that's gonna be time for Jack. That was a good run. But please, next round, tie your shoelaces. It's gonna give you the extra time you might need. Okay, let's look at a couple replays Yep.
A10, Brian Cardinal.
Waiting for the scores to come in. The score to beat would be a 59 even by Ben Loads. Oh, it is a 61 even. We have a new leader. Czech is looking strong. As if you guys remember, I said you only have to beat 6 people to make it to the finals. Sitting in first currently means he's already beating 4 people from heat number 1. So only 2 other people to beat, and he makes it to the finals.
Brian Cardinal's not here, so we're going to move on to Mike Pilar. Brian, that was the day to be late, dude. What's up? Blowing. He's blowing here.
Next, right?
Not sure if this is going to be Brian Cardinal, if this is going to be Mike Pinoir from Los Angeles, California. I do believe this is Mike.
That is Mike. Yes, he came with us. He came on the same plane. We stay with him in LA. He's one of the best skaters that skate the amateur contests around the U.S. And this is his first international trip. Mike has been killing it on the streets, in the contests, but he's never left the States before. So this is his first trip outside of the United States. I couldn't believe when he told me. And then, yep, a switch backside 5-0 down the hubba. Mike's definitely looking for the finals. Like, he is a contender for the win. If he puts it together, I'd not be surprised if he took the top 3. Backside nose grind into the bank. 20 seconds to go for Mike. And a front feet down the rail. You see the confidence he has. Like, he is one of the best skateboarders out there. 12 seconds to go for Mike. So, time for 2 quick tricks. It's going to be a back Smith on the bump to bar. 4, 3, 2, 1, and a fakie. Oh, switch flip into the bank. That's going to be after time. Just for the... Okay, that slam doesn't count. I was going to say that was going to be just for the...
For the audience. But
audience
man,
and the
Mike
judges.
really putting it together. Like you said there, top-notch skater for his first international contest outside of the United States, and a flawless run as we saw right there. Just
almost flawless. I feel like he had one bail, but it was a beautiful run. And all the tricks, the execution of the tricks, you can tell he's got it dialed. He knows what he's doing. Look at the back Smith. Perfect pinch. That was the replays. We're waiting for the scores to come in for Mike. And the next rider in is going to be Jonathan JJP, coming from France. But scores are in. 6-6 even. We got a new leader. So Mike Pilar on his first trip, currently sitting in first place in the semis here at the FIS Edmonton FIS World Stop Series number 3.
So Jean-Philippe,
JJP.
JJP supposed to be dropping in next, I believe. Yep.
Yep. That's our boy JJP. Whenever you're ready, my friend. Time's going to start as soon as you drop in. JJP is a proper street skater, so I want to see how he deals with a course like this, which is really big. But he is an amazing pro skateboarder, so he knows what he's doing. Frontside nose grind on the bump to ledge, 50 seconds to go. Switch front board down the rail. Getting speed for the front lip down the big rail. Nollie disaster to turn around. Coming down the hubba with a frontside 5-0. I like how JJP plays it smart. He knows what he has to do to make it to the finals where it matters tomorrow. That's where all the money is. Oh, wow.
Wow, big one right there.
Big one. Kickflip crooked grind.
Perfectly locked in.
I like how I said he plays it
safe.
He plays it safe. And then he goes like, boom, Thomas, here you go. I like JJP. He's a long-time friend of mine. So it's very exciting to see him here. And a heel flip no slide. He's actually going for it now.
Yeah.
And a backside flip. That was an amazing round. Wow. Oh, wow. I got to give it up to you. JJP, that was amazing. Oh, very exciting to watch. He is so hyped for sure. Like, that was some really good tricks. Watch that. Boom. Switch from board. Turn around. Boom. Front flip down the big rail. Style. Kickflip crooks. Then just turn around and heel flip no slide into the bank. followed by a beautiful backside flip across the A-frame. That's what I call a skateboard run in the semis. That's how it's supposed to be done. It has to be in the 80s. Oh, yeah. There we go, 80.66.
Here we go. Numbers come out. Thomas back on the betting rounds.
Yeah, right. I should not, though. Sometimes I'm very off, so. But this time I was pretty close, 0.66. Next rider in. Oh, we're going to go back to the top of the order with Jack Danius with a current score of 61 even, sitting in second. That's a good place to be. Feeble grind down the rail.
His shoes are tied up this time.
I'm hoping. I don't want to see him do it again. 38 seconds with a nollie nose slide. Oh, he was going to go for the nollie crooks. Probably a perfect nollie crook every try. Oh, no getting the backsmith. So he's probably going to hold on to the score from his first run where he had the 61 even. And he's going to hope for the best. 15 seconds to go. Give us something cool. Missing a kickflip from board. It's hard to come back after you miss a couple tricks in a row. A manual kickflip attempt. And that's going to be it right now on the buzzer. A couple of replays. The frontside nose slide and a feeble grind down. But we are about to move over to skater number 2 in this heat, and that's going to be Brian Cardinal. Oh, Mike is, okay, I'm sorry. Mike is not skating. Brian Cardinal's not skating. And it's going to be Mike Pilwar. Mike's ready in. With, missing an ollie nose grind on the fly bar. Oh, timer has not started yet. I don't know if that's his round. Okay, it started now. So Mike with an ollie flip into the bank. Coming for the down rail with a frontside 5-0. 48 seconds for Mike. Coming for that switch backside 5-0. He is the only skater that skates this course switch.
Now, what's that going to mean for a difference in scoring with the judges?
Oh, very big difference. It's like walking backwards, kind of. Because it's like the opposite leg. Like,
yeah.
You're not used to it. It's just like you're completely backwards. It's 20 seconds to go. Mike's coming for the backsmith. He's going to have enough time for the combo down with a switch flip into the bank. And then that switch back 180 he couldn't get in the first round. Perfect. There we go. 3 seconds to go for Mike. Time for the last trick. And that is going to be time right now. It's going to be for the audience. With a crook nollie flip. Oh, whoa. What a way to say goodbye to the semis for Mike. That is definitely going to be a good score. That has to be a good score. Switch a couple replays with a nollie flip into the bank. And the frontside feeble down the rail. I just love that style. Perfect backsmith. Switch back 180. Oh, he was excited to get it. It's a big set. If you guys see, it's probably the size of a 9-stay. We're going to wait for the scores of Mike to come in. And it's going to be a 71. Whoa. So Mike securing his spot in the semis with this score. The next rider in, our current leader, Jonathan Jean-Philippe, called us JJP, coming from Paris, France, trying to beat his own score of 80.66. Kick, starting it off big. Kickflip crooks. Turning around, and missing a heel flip backside board slide.
Coming off of that first run, some amazing skating. Oh, so difficult to hold it all together after you have a slam in your run.
Yep.
regain that
It's like-
composure and get back up on the deck.
If you have a good run in the first round, you're trying to top it up, which means you have to do more difficult tricks. And that's difficult. That's, yeah, you guys can tell, like, you just have to step it up in every single trick, which is what JJP is trying to do. Back tail. The bump to ledge, you guys saw, and we're gonna see a varial double heel, big spin, double heel over the hip. And that's going to be time for JJP. So the score, I'm going to say, is not going to beat his score from the first round, but he doesn't need to. He's currently sitting in first with 80.66. Let's look at a couple replays. So the kickflip crooked grind. And that back tail, you guys just saw, that was the last trick in his round. Okay, and scores in. He's not gonna beat his first score. It was 48.33. So current standings would be Jonathan JJP, Mike Pilar, and Jack Dinius in third, with Ben Loads in fourth, Cory Smith in fifth, Lion Mustachio, and then Dakota Fleming. Watching a couple of replays with a frontside 5-0 and a backside nose grind into the bank. Front feeble, all the tricks of Mike. The back Smith. Hopefully we're gonna see that Crooks nollie flip. Currently they're JJP with a switch front board and a front flip. Kick flip crooked grind. And a heel flip nose slide. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful round. Front nose from Jack, feeble grind. Another front feed from Mike. And that back Smith and a switchback 180. What a heat. All the people in this heat actually skated really well.
Yeah, heavy heat and already in the second one coming out of the semifinals here. You can see the overall scores right now. JJP in first place, as you see, we were just speaking of it at 80.66. Mike Pinoir in second place there with the 71.0. Jack Dinius with third place there, 61. Then moving down the line, we have a lot of Canadians out here for the Canadian edition of the FIS World Series in Edmonton. We're live with you guys right now in Louise McKinney Riverfront Park, right in the downtown core of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It's the FIS World Series 2018, and I am Ryan Meyer presenting this semifinal skateboard contest out here with Thomas Vinter. We're about to get heat number 3 underway.
Yep, in heat number 3, we're gonna see Brendan Valchalo, Maxime Shannon, and Keyshawn Johnson, a fully international heat. Brendan coming from Johannesburg, South Africa. Maxime Shannon coming from France, and Keyshawn Johnson coming from Long Beach, California, the United States. And we already see all the skaters warming up with Keyshawn doing a switch 50-50 down the big rail. But we're currently looking at Sora Negishi, our Japanese skater, one of the top finishers at the past events, who got hurt yesterday, so he's unfortunately not competing today. He hurt his ankle, flew here all the way from Japan, but unfortunately cannot start in the contest. But yeah, as you guys see, we have the weather box here. It's cloudy out here today with a temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and the wind speed of 30 kilometers per hour. That is about correct, but whenever the sun comes out, it's actually really nice out here. It's crazy to see the temperature changes when it's overcast or when it's blue sky, because whenever the sun is out, it's definitely over 20 degrees, 20 to 25.
We had a beautiful day as well yesterday out here in the scorching hot sun. We then finished off with some rain at the end of the day, so some of the qualifications coming for the skateboard as well as the BMX park and flatland. We had to do them early in the morning. Now we are getting ready to finish up the semifinals, see who's going to be making it into those finals. It's going to be happening tomorrow.
Do you know when do we have the finals tomorrow? We're starting the skateboard finals before we have the BMX finals.
I do believe that we're starting skateboard finals tomorrow at 1:45. That is 1:45 p.m. Edmonton time over here. Yes.
So that's minus 8 hours. Okay. So next rider in. Just got the news, is going to be Brian Cardinal, who was supposed to start in last heat, but he didn't start, so he's going to be moved to the next heat. And so Brian Cardinal is now going to be joining the likes of Brendan Vaccialo, Maxime Shannon, and Keyshawn Johnson. We're getting ready to start. People are clearing the course. Look at the backdrop, like what we have here. We're in downtown Edmonton, changing the location. And we are here in Laura McKinney Riverfront Park. Just sweeping the park, getting ready for the first skater to drop in just a couple seconds.
Okay, anytime you're ready, here we go.
Bruce Cardinal right there from Canada.
Right.
Brian Cardinal.
And Brian Cardinal's dropping in. Oh, not getting a crooked grind down the first rail. Trying to get some speed for the quarter pipes. A nollie backtail attempt. Coming back all the way up. And that is. See, if you don't skate too many contests and then it is time, the show time, it could get very tricky. I'm trying to get some tricks. Still 20 seconds to go. He can do plenty of tricks. He can even get at the top of the leaderboard. Backside nose grind down the hubble edge. 10 seconds, time for last two quick tricks. With a feeble grind into the bank. And then last trick on the well, that's going to be time for Brian Cardinal with his first run. Let's watch a couple replays with that crooked grind and a feeble grind into the bank. That was Brian Cardinal. Waiting for the scores. Score to beat is 80.66 by Jonathan JJP. And we're looking at Brendan Vaccialo, our South African friend, who is the next skater starting in this heat. Scores are in. 45.33, good enough for 7th place.
All right, anytime you're ready, Brandon, go for it. Get to your spot.
Whenever you're ready, Brandon.
All right, Edmonton came all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa for you. Here we go.
South Africa pre.
And Brandon sent with a frontside 5-0 on the bump to ledge. The South African skater is traveling around the world, as I said before, hitting all the major events. Half cap crooks down the hubba. And a nollie disaster. And a board slide into the bank. Crooked grind down the rail. He's dropping in the big quarter pipe. Getting speed for the bump to rail on the upper platform. With an impossible 3-shot lip slide. Perfect execution. And a front lip down the rail, followed by a frontside blunt slide down the big rail. That might be the answer to JJP's 80.66. 2 seconds to go for Brandon. And that's going to be time right after this trick. And not getting the big spin front board. I wonder if that counts, how it's a score, if it's like 2 seconds after the buzzer.
Nah, it will not count in this one, that big spin. board is not going to count, but some amazing tricks from the South African, that is for sure. Impossible.
It is definitely going to make the top 3. The question is, what do the judges think? Oh, 69 even. Third place for Brendan Vajalo. So still Jonathan JJP sitting in first, Mike Piwar in second, and Brendan Vajalo in third. The leaderboard is going to start changing a lot because we got some heavy hitters coming in.
Maxime Shannon.
Speaking of heavy hitters, one of Europe's best pro skaters. He's been on the scene for 15 or more years. Maxime Shannon from France. You guys are about to see some crazy tricks. Maxime's in, 55 seconds to go, and starting it off with a nose blunt on the bump to bar. Coming back with a half gap nose slide into the bank. And a front feed down the rail. Backside ollie in the quarter pipe wall. And a kickflip backside 50-50 on the bump to ledge. Switch crooks into the bank, 25 seconds to go, perfect round so far. And a switch front board on the down rail. That's how you put your round together, 15 seconds to go. And speed coming for the Habalach. Oh, backsmith up. First skater I see skating that Habalach up. 3, 2, 1, and that's gonna be time for Max Shannon. Slam after time, so that was a perfect round for Maxime. You know what? I have been a huge fan of Maxime's skating ever since I was a kid. He's probably the same age like me, and I've always liked watching his tricks, watching his parts. He's one of the Europeans' best pro skaters. We're lucky enough to have him here in Canada with us. You guys just saw a couple replays of his tricks with the front feed, switch front board. We're waiting for the score to come in. And after Maxime, we are gonna see Keyshawn Johnson. You know what was the first thing Keyshawn told me when he arrived at the park? He said he had just the perfect amount of sleep because he just woke up, he came back home at 6 in the morning. What an athlete. What an athlete he is. Okay, we're waiting for the scores. Oh, Max, nobody knows. They're
Maxime waiting for it to come in. The score.
And it is a 69.
No, that's from
that's Brandon Vajalo's score.
Brandon Vajalo. Right now, we're waiting for Maxime's score to come in.
And
it is going to. There we go. 73.66. Maxime moved into second place right there behind JJP.
JJP's looking very strong there with an 80.66.
Keyshawn Johnson right here.
That score is very in danger now because we have Keyshawn Johnson dropping in. American pro skateboarder, skating rails the opposite way. He skates the rails up. Look at that ollie. He started off. There's no one else who can clear that.
Keyshawn has so much speed as he comes through the park. He's on fire always.
Straight from the party. That makes it even better. 50-50 up. Rock to fakie with a
finish. Keyshawn Johnson has so much speed as he gets through the park.
Kickflip across the A-frame. 23 seconds to go. And missing a 50-50 across the play bar. 12 seconds for Keyshawn. Gaining some speed. Is he gonna go up? No, with a feeble grind on the bump to bar. 3 seconds to go. It's gonna be time for the last trick for Keyshawn. With a nollie 180. And a switch frontside feeble on the big rail.
After time.
Whoa, what a round. Imagine what we're gonna see tomorrow if this is what we're seeing in the semifinals. Switch frontside feeble on that rail. Definitely not an easy trick.
Oh, the amplitude on that ollie.
Triple grind replay and that beautiful switch front feet.
So locked in with the trucks there.
He's probably thinking to himself, why did I miss that 50-50, which is the easiest trick in the line?
Keyshawn Johnson getting his score in there, 78-0. So he does have a few to improve on, but sitting in a comfortable second place right now behind JJP. Close 2.6 point battle for first place right now. Brian Cardinal right now on deck.
Yep, we're back at the top of the order, starting it off with the first skater in the heat. The Brian Cardinal missing a backside board slide on the rail. Brian seems to have a problem with the start of the run because that's what happened in the first run also. And then he starts putting it together as the time goes. Crooked grind on the down rail. Oh! Taking a hard slam on the down rail. Only 16 years old. I wish I skated like this when I was 16 though. Still plenty of time to skate and improve his tricks.
20 seconds left out here.
Oh, how does this even happen? Seven seconds to go for Brian. It's gonna be time for the last trick, and this in the backside 180. Hands together for the local Brian Cardinal, coming from Edmonton, Canada. Watch a couple replays. Crooked grind down, and that hard slam. You saw his leg getting caught there.
It's an awkward position to fall, that's for sure, for Brian. Getting his score in, he's going to have to stay with his first run score of 45.33. I do not believe it's going to be good enough for qualifying contention into the finals tomorrow. We're going to have to wait and see how the other athletes do as we get through the rankings right now, but he's currently sitting in 10th place.
Yeah, next rider in is gonna be Brandon Vajalo. Brandon is there on the deck, waiting to drop in. Currently in 5th. Brandon is looking to up his score. Frontside 5-0. Bump to ledge. Coming again for that half cap. Crooks down. We got the sun out. Ooh, frontside disaster. And a board slide into the bank. 4 tricks so far. And a crooked grind down. Getting it done. 28 seconds to go for Brandon. Getting speed. And a 3-shove lip. Holding on to it. Coming for the down rail with a front flip. Into a front bland. Wow. Every try. Such a difficult trick to do. And a kick flip.
South Africa represent out here.
He knows how it's done. And that's going to be time for Brandon. That was a perfect run. I want to see, Brandon is currently sitting at 69 even in 5th place. Let's see what the judges think about his second run. I think it was a better run. It had more flow, better vibes, perfect half cap crooks. The hubba ledge, crooked grind pop out, and a 3-shove lip. With a front blunt to pop out on the big rail. That was the replays of Brandon, and we're gonna see the scores in a few seconds. Okay, so waiting for the scores. Brandon's waiting as well, and we gonna see, right after we see the scores for Brandon, we're gonna go back to the skate park and we're gonna watch Maxime Shannon and his second run, currently sitting in 2nd place. Judges are still discussing the scores to be able to see where to put it.
Just waiting on the starter. All right. That's right. Okay.
Okay, we're still waiting for the scores, but Maxime Shannon is up there in the park, ready to drop in anytime he is told to.
On TV right now.
And the scores are in.
Yeah, way slow.
Oh, with
Brandon Valhalla with a 74.33, third place right there under Keyshawn Johnson. Now moving back up to the Frenchman. Needs no introduction out on the European skate scene, but we're in Canada. This is Maxime Shannon. Shannon, pardon me.
Oh, missing a nose blunt. Coming back for the down rail with a frontside feeble grind. Maxime still 40 seconds to go. Backside 180 in the quarter pipe. Back for the bump to ledge and a kickflip 50-50. Explore Edmonton quarter pipe, using it to come back switch for a switch crooked grind. And a switch front board on the down rail. So far it is the same run, but he had one bail. So Max has to do a good trick towards the end of his round. Missing that back Smith. So 5 seconds to go for Max. And that is gonna be time with the switch heel flip bail. Okay, we're probably gonna see Max hold on to the score to his first score. That was 73.66. How did you like this one?
I always like watching Maxime ride. There were a couple of mistakes in this one. Obviously, I'm thinking about where he's going to end up on the board with this, but clearly he's still sitting in a good position right now, fourth place. That 73.66.
Oh yeah, as we said, he's gonna hold on to the first score because that was a perfect round. So he's gonna sit in fourth, which is a safe place to be. He already beat 6 people, so he makes it to the finals. That means he already makes money in this contest, and that's what matters. Tomorrow, all these scores don't matter. We're starting from a scratch. So how you skate tomorrow is how you're gonna end up in the contest. Today is only good for qualifying. But the next skater in is gonna be Keyshawn Johnson. Currently in second place. Oh! Whoa! Trying to up his round with a front 180. Yes, Keyshawn, I wanna see this. Frontside 5-0 on the bump to bar. Gonna turn around, get speed,
going back for some redemption
come
here.
For the whoa! Hard slam for Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn, a little bit winded on that
was
one, I'm
a
hoping.
very, very hard slam. Hopefully Keyshawn's okay. Oh, he's a strong man. Oh, I'm gonna say that's gonna be it. That was a hard slam. I wonder if he clicked or whoa. I'm happy to see him walk away from that one. You know what this reminds me of? Some of the BMX slams. Because those are hard.
Those are some hard slams.
Yep.
Out to all our action sports athletes, they're really devoting their life and limb, literally, for the dedication. Roll!
Man.
That was so hard.
That was so heavy.
Looks like his ankle and everything else is going to be hurting after that one.
Off the board. He still wanted to. Oh wow. I mean, he's okay. But yeah, so Keyshawn's gonna stay in second. All he has to do is just relax. Oh, he's gonna take a nap. That's the way to deal with it.
Keyshawn, he was just on fire in run number 1. Love the energy that he comes out with.
Let's watch a couple replays of this heat. Brandon Valchalo's 3-shove lip. Front blunt pop out. 5 seconds to go. Maxime Shannon's nose blunt on the bump to bar and a frontside feeble grind down the rail. Another Maxime's trick. A switch front board. A back Smith up the hubba. Keyshawn's huge ollie across. Feeble grind. And that switch from feeble to finish it off. And that hard
such a
slam.
hard slam from
very
Brian
hard
right
slams in
there.
this one.
Oh, beautiful. Good spin lip.
So Brendan is the first South African skater that we ever have in the FIS World Series
really?
professional event. We have never had a South African skater skate in the main event of FIS.
That's really surprising to me.
There's so many good skaters. There was Jean-Marc Jonas, a South African skater, but he only skated the amateur event. So, sorry, it threw me off just watching Keyshawn take the slap.
So difficult to watch.
There we go, the current standings. Jonathan JJP in first, Keyshawn Johnson in second, Brendan Valjalo in third, Maxime Shannon in fourth, Mike Pilar in fifth, Jack Dinius in sixth, Liam Mostaccio in seventh, Ben Loads in eighth, Cory Smith in ninth, and Bruce Cardinal closing the top 10 with a 45.33. Sitting in 11th currently, Dakota Lemond with a 44.66. That's our current standings. We're moving over to the next heat. That's going to be Danny Leon, Aurelion Jiro, Joseph Carpaccio, and the last skater in the heat is going to be Xander Gabriel. So another international heat, Dan Leon from Spain, Aurelion Jiro from France, Joseph Carpaccio from France, and Xander Gabriel from Ojai, California. Currently living in Van Nuys, Los Angeles.
Xander saw me yesterday at breakfast. He said, "Hey, sorry about yesterday." Huh? What are you talking about? I just came off the flight like the night before. I was like, what do you say? He's like, sorry for waking you up. Huh? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know anything. He's like, you're staying in da-da-da room. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm right beside you. I put my key in your door, and you instantly just opened the door in your boxers. I was like, I walked outside, he said, and he's like, you just said, oh, I'm tired. Went back in. I was sleepwalking. Xander caught me sleepwalking. Okay, Danny Leon.
One of my favorites, Danny Leon. Look at the energy he puts in. Nollie backlip on the down rail. A huge frontside air over the channel. Coming with a nollie front board on the bump to rail. Front blunt, already 5 tricks. Oh! Getting stuck at the crooked grind into the bank. Frontside disaster. And the tray flip up. Oh, missing the tray flip. Danny's having some problems in the park now. He's putting it together, but having 2 slams already. Still 20 seconds to go for Danny. So he can replace some of the mistakes with a pole jam. Coming for the rail. And getting a crooked grind on the rail with a smile. Another sketchy kickflip. In the quarter pipe, 5 seconds to go for Danny. 2, 1. It's going to be time for the last trick with a huge frontside air.
Yeah, Danny.
That was an interesting round. He had a couple slams, couple sketchy landings, but it was still a fun round. He's probably thinking to himself, what am I doing here? How did I miss these tricks? Look at that.
Oh,
Execution of the frontside air.
only one I think getting that channel there.
Front blunt. That pole jam. And the huge frontside air in the quarter pipe to finish it off. We're waiting for the scores for Danny Leon, and up next is gonna be Aurelion Jiro. So yeah, scores in 67.33, currently good enough for 6th place. And that should be good enough for the finals. So even if Danny misses his second round, it is gonna do the job.
Yeah, like I'll start here, then I go that way.
Next rider in Heat 4 is gonna be Aurelion Jiro. Another amazing skateboarder from France.
This guy, I'm telling you, man.
From a different planet.
If you have not seen him skate before, go onto the FIS social media page. I'm sure you can find his handle out there. This guy is incredible. An absolute shredder and has some of the largest tricks you're going to see in skateboarding.
Oh, one of the best skateboarders in the world. for
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
100%. So Aurelion, as you saw, started off with the frontside feeble on the down rail. Front 180 alley-oop to switch backside 50-50. That is not an easy trick to do. Trust me, I have tried many, many times. Getting the back tail on the bump to ledge. The 30 seconds to go for Aurelion. Dropping the quarter pipe to get speed for the bump to rail. Setting up for a back Smith. I like how Aurelion knows what he needs to do. He's not showing the best tricks yet.
Yes.
Big spin from board to fakie. And a tray flip down the big set. There we go.
Like, so easy.
And a frontside flip on the quarter pipe. And that's going to be time for Aurelion with an amazing perfect run. And the ghetto bird.
He is so locked in with all his tricks. It's so phenomenal to watch this kid skate.
So much confidence, so much power. It's just, I don't see him skating too many contests anymore. He used to skate every contest out there, but now he backed off a little bit and he's not skating all of them. So it's really nice to see him with us here in Edmonton. Back lip on the big rail, the big spin front board, perfectly to fakie. Look at the beautiful tray flip. I wish I had tray flips like this.
Aurelion waiting for his score. Coming right here. Looking to beat right now JJP's score of an 80.66. It's not going to do it. 79.66.
Coming very close though, considering he was just chilling on the course.
Very much so. A safety run, we could say. And look at, that's a familiar face. Jonathan Carpaccio from France. Jonathan waiting to get back up on the quarter there. And
there we go.
in.
Joseph dropping in. Getting speed for the bump to ledge and getting a nose blunt. First person that I see skating the bump to ledge on this side of the course. Front blunt on the down rail. And a back lip. That's already 4 tricks in 10 seconds. Back tail. Joseph is known to do many tricks, so we're looking at a contender here with a back 270 lip. Frontside 5-0 into the bank. And a nollie manual on the mani pad. Back D on the vert wall. 19 seconds to go for Joseph with a nollie crooks on the bump to ledge. That is a really nice run. 10 seconds. A feeble. Oh, missing a feeble grind. Usually, you don't see people miss the easy tricks, but like, yeah, here, it's all the simple tricks that the riders miss.
It's the announcer curse, I'm telling you, Thomas.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay.
No, it was a really good run. I just made the point.
It was. You were making a point. You were.
Look at the replays with the back lip. Back to 70 lip. And that backside disaster. Joseph is looking strong there. Definitely a good score to come. But up next, gonna be my boy Xander Gabriel. Xander is coming from a crazy injury he had in Europe. He broke his collarbone. He had to get a surgery only 3 weeks ago. So Xander is here with screws in his collarbone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
How did this happen?
It's yeah, he skated at my contest in the Czech Republic, and after the contest on the way back to the hotel, he was with the crew. They wanted him to skate this handrail. He had a couple of beers, so you shouldn't do that.
Oh.
He took a slam, and yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't his fault though. His kingpin was sticking out, so as soon as he got on the rail, the kingpin just stuck on it, and then he just flew on the rail and broke his collarbone.
Oh.
We had to bring him to the hospital. We had surgery right there, like right then. But how crazy it is! He's there.
Back here. Collarbones.
His shoulder is fully broken,
quick to
and
heal.
he's here skating the contest.
Yeah, Xander.
He said he wants to follow the tour, so he just wants to stack up the points, and he doesn't want to miss one. So that's why he comes over, and he said he was just gonna chill on the course. But then I come here and I see him shredding the course yesterday, like nothing happened. And there we go, the boy dropping in. Xander Gabriel's in the park, Los Angeles native, backside 5-0, and a hurricane in the quarter pipe, coming back with a board slide into the bank. Powerful round, and a backside 50-50 on the down rail. Then a drop in, comes to the other side of the park. Missing a feeble grind on the flat bar. 30 seconds to go for Xander. And a crooked grind, the quarter pipe. Front board on the down rail. Crooked grind on the big rail. 19 seconds to go for Xander. A good round so far. Blunt to pivot to fakie. Half gap 180 across the A-frame. And that's going to be time for last trick for Xander. 7 seconds to go. Turning around, coming back, and getting a frontside 5-0 into the bank. Last trick, a frontside 50 across into the bank. How good of a run this is for a person with a broken collarbone.
Amazing shredding out there. A lot of us think as well, you know, surgery just fixes everything instantly. It doesn't. It's very invasive, cut through your skin, all the healing as well to your skin, not just the bone. It's very difficult to come back from that. He looks almost unfazed right now.
Yeah, and he's got screws in there too. So it's like metal plates and screws. It's like the mental block, I feel, is the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at Xander. He just put almost a perfect round together. And we're going to be looking at a good score. That was a very nice round. 73. We got Xander standing in 7. That is a nice score. So he's moving Mike POR, his roommate, down to 8th place. Currently in the safe 7th spot. But back to the top of the order, we got Danny Leon in with a nollie back lip on the down rail. Huge frontside air into the vert wall. The nollie front board on the bump to bar. 45 seconds to go. Front blunt into the Export Edmonton quarter pipe. Not missing the crooked grind this time. And a perfect tray flip up the mani pad. Back Smith. And a nose grab. And Danny's coming for a back 270 lip.
Oh, held on to that.
What a run now.
Yeah, Danny.
That's a whole new person.
Oh,
my favorite trick. He probably did it for me because he knows how much I like that. Once that nose blunt to disaster. And a front flip down the rail. Still 7 seconds to go for Danny. And that is going to be time for last trick with a nollie late flip. What a run.
Danny Leon, what a nice run out there.
Aurelion, you're next. Aurelion Jiro, you're next. Go to the team zone.
Danny Leon, we see some replays.
See the replays
right
with the tray flip of the mani pad. And the back 270 lip, holding on to that one. And a frontside lip slide down the big rail. So Danny's chilling there. That was run number 2 for Danny Leon, trying to beat his score of 67.33. And up next is gonna be Aurelion Jiro. But we're waiting for the scores for Danny to come in. Looking at the judges, our international judging crew. Scores are in. 73.33, moving Xander down a spot. So Danny moving to the 7th place now, securing his spot in the finals. Our next rider in for his second round is going to be Aurelion Jiro, currently in 2nd place with 79.66.
Anytime you're ready, Aurelion. Here goes.
And Aurelion's in. Oh, what a start. Okay, Aurelion's dropping in. Tray bump into the bang. And a nose grind. Oh, such a pleasure to watch. Aurelion coming for the bump to ledge. Oh, front 180 alley-oop, 50-50, 180 out. Stepping that one up. The frontside feeble into the bang. Back tail. And then 24 seconds for Aurelion. With the, missing a kickflip crooks. Not having enough speed, it seems like. This, the ledge on the top is very difficult to skate because of the speed factor. You just have to drop in the quarter pipe and then it is really difficult. Missing a fakey tray. So Aurelion's gonna hold on to the score from his first round. That is 79.66.
It's still a solid score. This is just the semifinals.
Nice.
Trying to see who gets.
Watch the replays with that frontside nose grind. The alley-oop 50-50, 180 out. And up next is going to be Joseph Carpaccio, but Aurelion's getting a 66.33 for his second round. Currently sitting in third place, Joseph Carpaccio. Joseph is the person who won the most of the FIS World events. He is also a champion of FIS Edmonton 2 years ago. When we had the stop here, Joseph is the defending champion. And then last year it was Xander Gabriel who took the win here in Edmonton. But back to Joseph with a backlip down the big rail. Backside cradle slide. Quarter pipe and a back 270 lip. Perfectly done. 30 seconds to go for Joseph. Gonna do a kickflip into the bank. And a nollie manual. Across the mani pad. Nollie backside disaster. With 20 seconds to go, Joseph is gonna do a nollie crooks on the bump to ledge. Tray flip in the quarter pipe. Tray flip to fakie, and 9 seconds to go. Time for last couple tricks. Nollie nose mani. And that is gonna be time for Joseph right here. That was a perfect round. Little pole jam technique for the audience, and let's watch the replays with the front blunt down the rail. Back lip on the big rail. Back to 7-0 lip. Beautifully done. I want to say that was an improvement. Let's see what the judges think. And we're waiting for the scores of Joseph. Score to beat is Jonathan JJP's 80. Oh, it is going to be a 79 even. So Joseph is going to stay in third place. So it's still JJP, Aurelion Jiro, Joseph Carpaccio. Next person in, currently sitting in 8th, Xander Gabriel, Los Angeles, California.
Xander.
73. Backside 5-0. A hurricane in the quarter pipe to turn around. Board slide into the bank. He's gonna go across.
Yeah.
Back 50-50 into the bank.
50-50 on the quarter.
And getting the feeble grind to 50-50 across the long play bar.
That's what's really gonna notch up his scores as well.
Hopefully that's what he's trying to do.
Grinds.
29 seconds to go. Frontside 5-0 into the bank. Xander's looking strong, having a perfect round so far. Back tail in the big quarter pipe. Trying to get speed for a frontside feeble. And the bump to bar. 13 seconds to go. Stay on board, Xander. Crooked grind. Nollie crook, front board. Coming for the crooks. Oh, getting the crook on the big rail. And a blunt to pivot to fakie. A perfect round. Could this be the best round ever done with a broken collarbone?
Possibly.
It could, right?
That's phenomenal. Xander's on it, man. Love watching this.
Yeah, let's watch a couple replays. The feeble grind to 50-50 across.
Just very effortlessly.
Downside 5-0 into the bank.
Totally dialed in run. Maybe
Yep.
you should break something before each contest.
Yep. It's just nice to watch. He's got such a smooth and nice style on a skateboard. It's just, yeah, it makes me even happier knowing Xander in normal life. You know,
Yeah.
he's just such a rad dude. So, like,
So
seeing
chill.
him do well in contests around the world makes me genuinely happy.
You see Adrien Boulard right there, Richard Turi. That's going to be our next heat, warming up on course.
As you guys heard, Ryan just told you they're warming up. It's going to be the last heat for today's semis here in Edmonton.
Waiting for the score to come in for Xander, though. Seeing if it can be that 80.66. No, it's not. It's good enough for 8th place with the 73.0. He's going to have to hold on to his first run score.
That's very interesting, because that was a better round. He had no bails, and yet the score was lower.
There you go. That's the leaderboard after our first 3 heats there. JJP, it looks like a French board. JJP, Gerard, and Carpaccio taking over the top 3, followed by Johnson. Man, Keyshawn, that was such a hard slam. Hope he's going to be able to come up and do good out there in the finals. All the way from South Africa, Brandon Valhalo. Amazing, rounding off that top 5 right there for our skaters in the semifinals. Going to take a bit of a recap look from some of the highlights in our heat number 3 that just went down. Danny Leon right there.
With a beautiful front lip. Our favorite, one of the favorites, Aurelion Jiro and Joseph Carpaccio, doing these beautiful tricks. The back lip down the rail, back 270 lip. Joseph just knows how it's done. Then Xander Gabriel with the feeble grinds of 50-50. That was a very strong heat. All these riders were killing it. Okay, and right after we see all these replays, we're gonna go back to the course and we will start the last heat of the day with Adrien Boulard from France. Only 3 skaters in this heat because Sora Negishi, who was supposed to skate, another Japanese skater, unfortunately got hurt yesterday and cannot start in today's semis. We're looking at Adrien.
All right, here we go.
And there we go.
Get to your spot. Go for it. All right, out. Coming out of Rouen, France. Been getting it done for
Oh, and
Just-
here we go.
Just a couple seconds.
All right, come on,
An ultimate shred that just put out an amazing video part. I don't know if you guys saw. Adrien Boulard backtailed El Toro, the famous handrail, 20 stairs. First person in the history to ever attempt that. Amazing. Watch it. It went super viral. Adrien is one of the most talked about skateboarders in the last week. 45 seconds to go. Adrien doing a cap, a full cap over the A-frame. Gonna get a switch heel on the bank.
He has such a funny contest style to me, but I love it. Like,
So different, right?
he's so chilled out. He almost has no speed, it seems, but he still gets a ton of tricks out,
Yeah.
and he's in his own world. I love it.
And I'm gonna say this course really favors him because it is so big and it's got so many options that Adrien can just keep going and boom, 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 stack up tricks. Oh, the nollie inward heel reaver. And from 5-0 to fakie, that's going to be time for Adrien. He's definitely going to look for an improvement.
Wasn't the most flawless run, but did have some bangers there.
It was just like an average run of Adrien, which is always a good run, but nothing outstanding in that one. But he knows what he has to do. He just has to qualify. Let's watch the replays with a switch heel on the bank. Then that nollie inward heel revert across the A-frame. And watching Adrian wait for his scores. Up next is gonna be my boy Risho Turi. Hoping everyone in Slovakia is watching now, because Risho is about to drop in just a couple minutes. Scores are in. Adrian currently sitting in 10th with a 68.66.
Ooh, serious face on Mr. Risho Turi right there.
No, he's never serious. Look at him. That guy's never serious. He's always joking.
Had some
always
great
fun.
skating at our last stop in Montpellier.
He's just a good dude, man. That's my boy right there. Risho Turi is in
Boy.
with a big spin board slide to start it off and a heel flip backboard. He's looking for the first place. Back D in the quarter pipe. He's just coming back for the bump to rail with a backside tail slide. Turn around and then coming down the bank with a backside blunt slide. We went through this run so many times. I know it by
I know,
heart.
you're calling it before it happens.
Kick flip from board. I know what's coming. I just can't say.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to do it. He has to show you guys. So 25 seconds to go with a tail 278. This is how a dialed run looks like. He just knows.
This is
I love it.
This is as well how you guys back home can see how premeditated these runs are.
Nose grind and a nose blunt. 10 seconds to go. Still 10 seconds. So Risho's gonna come for the last trick on the bump to bar. 2, 1, and right on the buzzer with a kick flip backflip.
Oh, Risho!
That has to be
that
a
was
winning
top
round.
one right there. Flipping into almost every rail hit he had.
What a machine. You know what? Wait for the finals. Wait for what he's got in the bag.
That's something you can notice though with Risho. He's doing like kick flips, heel flips, spins into almost every grind that he has.
Not a single trick of him was just normal trick. It's always a combination. So that makes him so different to all the other skaters out there. Some skaters go fast, some skaters just have the energy out there, but then the Risho comes in and he just flips or heel flips into everything. Or spins.
Risho waiting for that score to come in, and it is 89! Risho Turi on top! Oh, the first boy to bump out JJP from first place puts him down into second place respectively, but jumping up 9 points on the rest of the field. Got a new leader out there. But heavy hitter coming up from Japan, one of the top athletes out here, Ikeda Daisuke. Picked him up as well on the tour as we stopped over in Hiroshima for our first edition.
And coming in hot, Daisuke won the stop in Hiroshima and coming straight to Montpellier where he finished second just behind Vincent Milou. So currently standing in first in the overall rankings, Daisuke Ikeda coming from Tokyo, Japan. With a front blunt on the bump to bar. Back to 7 lip on the down rail. Then 40 seconds to go. With a front side air. Tail tap. I like how he smashed the tail there. Back 180, 50-50. 30 seconds to go for Daisuke Ikeda.
Ikeda looking as well to push high up. Yes!
Getting that Mac twist.
There's the McTwist right there. One of the only skaters that we see in these events doing tricks like that on the vert wall.
And they're gonna get that back 3 over the apron all the way to flat.
Left has time for maybe one. Nope, that's gonna
right
be it.
now.
Ikeda Daisuke on fire, and really you can see he is pushing to get Japan on top of the board right now. Let's see what it's going to be. We just had a top place come in there. The 89 even from Risho Turi is the score from the Japanese top competitor. Going to be enough to rival Risho on top of the board right now in the semifinals. You see some replays. Look at that McTwist right there from Daisuke. flat 360.
Beautiful execution. But if you look at it closely, it's a back 270 lip, back 3, Mac twist. It's all the same turns. So he just takes an advantage of one trick and does it over and over again.
In different combinations.
In different combinations, but still the same trick.
Yeah, but it does create a different trick or a different level.
Scores are in 84.33. I actually backed that score.
84.33, good for second place. Wow, we have a contest, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. That's true. It's gonna be a intense one tomorrow. And back to Adrian Boulard, who's currently outside the finals. Adrian has to put it together. Nollie back 3 into the bank, and a nollie no slide. A tray flip across the A-frame.
Yeah, Adrian.
Turning in the quarter pipe, and nollie 180 across. He's skating. I feel like Adrian is taking it too easy, considering he's outside of the finals and not doing the switch heel. Come on, Adrian, you got this. Oh, missing a nollie front board. That is so unusual to see. 27 seconds to go. Adrian, you got it. Getting a fakie tray. 17 seconds to go. Frontside 5-0 to fakie. Oh.
Not the day out there for Adrian.
Not putting it together quite. Adrian actually is sitting in 12th. Sorry, I was not correct. Adrian is in the finals. And
so far,
we'll see him tomorrow.
So far.
Oh, beautiful tray bone. Wait for the scores and see if he can beat the score from his first run.
Definitely going to be holding on with the first run score, the 68.66. You see right on top, Risha Turi, 89, the closest guy to break into the 90s. He is going to be dropping in for his second run right now of heat number 5. Risha Turi.
Back to Risho, big spin backside board side, and missing a heel flip backboard. I was gonna say Risho should just take it easy on his second round and wait for tomorrow. So just cruise around, take it easy, have a good time out there. He's gonna practice for tomorrow with a heel flip, no slide.
That's all right. He did everything on his first run. So.
I mean, it's interesting to see how well can one round go. And then how bad. Oh, yes, Risho. I like to see that. Get creative and have a good time.
But as well, you can save yourself. He knows he's sitting on top. He knows he has a spot in the finals tomorrow. He can chill. He can do what he wants.
He does not need to try. He already proved himself. He showed everyone what he's got. And then, yeah, just surprise everyone tomorrow with new tricks.
All right,
So the only person that can take the current leading spot away from Risho is standing on the deck. It's gonna be Daisuke Ikeda from Tokyo, Japan. Look at that, how perfect it was. The no comply heel flip. So this round would put Risho in like 15. Okay, last rider of the semis is on the deck. Daisuke Ikeda dropping in. Time has started, and Daisuke doing a back 270 lip, 270 out, stepping it up on the first trick. The tray flip into the bank. And a back 3 down the stairs. Daisuke is trying to get that spot. 30 seconds to go. Back 180, 50, 50, 180 out. And then with 25 seconds to go. Daisuke is doing his smack twist. 17 seconds and a 50-50. Last couple tricks and missing a frontside flip. And that's going to be time for Daisuke. That was it. That's our semifinals. Let's wait for the scores for Daisuke Ikeda. See what the judges think, and we will see who we have in for tomorrow. That back 270 lip, 270 out.
Flatland area, right over by the bar by the BMX at 2 o'clock.
Back 3 and another Mac twist in the big quarter pipe.
You should be in that, Keyshawn.
Daisuke Ikeda there looking strong, waiting for the scores, and a 76 even, so that's gonna leave Daisuke sitting in second. And our top 3 will be Risho Turi, Daisuke Ikeda, and Jonathan JJP coming into tomorrow. So let me give you guys the scores and the current standings. It's gonna be Risho Turi starting last tomorrow. So for the finals, just so you know, we'll be starting in the reverse order. The person who qualified the best is gonna start the last with the advantage of seeing all the other skaters skating before him. So coming into the finals from the first to the last place, our top 12 from today are Richard Turi from Slovakia with 89 even. Second, Daisuke Ikeda with 84.33 from Japan. Third place, Jonathan Jean-Philippe from France with 80.66. Then fourth, Aurelion Jiro. Fifth, Joseph Carpaccio. Sixth, Keyshawn Johnson. Seventh, Brenva Jallo. Eighth, Maxime Shannon. Ninth, Daniel Leon. Closing the top 10 is Xander Gabriel with a 73 even. Coming from the 11th place to the finals, screens popping up, it's Mike Piowar with a 71 even, and 12th last place in the finals tomorrow will be Adrian Boulard with 68.66. Not making it to the finals, 13th Jack Dinius, 14th Liam Mostaccio, 15th Ben Lowe's, 16th Cory Smith, 17th Bruce Cardinal, and 18th Dakota Fleming. That's gonna be it.
So an amazing semifinals out here for the skateboard. Any last thoughts on Risha Turi? How about on screen there?
Started chatting with the homies. Started sending the good news back home.
Get a couple highlight looks at some of the action going on in our 5th and final heat here. Some nice slides from our top leader out there, Risha Turi.
Watching the highlights with a nose blunt down the big rail and a kickflip backlip on the bump to rail. Then Daisuke Ikeda currently in second with the back 270 lip and a Mac twist every single try. And then the huge back 3 to finish off his first round. The last place finalist, Adrian Boulard on screen now. Frontside 5-0 to fakie. And then that no comply heel flip by Risho. And Daisuke's back 270 lip, 270 out. And the back 3 down the stairs. Very, very beautiful. Another view of the Mac twist. And back to the park.
You guys just saw there a bunch of the highlights from our last heat of athletes going down there for the Skateboard Street semifinals. We're going to have a few more replays for you. A bit of chit-chat maybe with Risha Turi, our current leader leading into the finals right now. But make sure you guys stay tuned. It's the first Saturday out here of competition in Edmonton. That's right, we are live in Canada. Make sure you guys tune in on all the social media channels. Follow us on Facebook, fees.official, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as well. Make sure you guys stay tuned for all the other action. I'm going to get to telling you what's up next, but let's take another replay look at the winning run from the Skateboard Street semifinals.
We're all watching Risha Turi. We just saw the big spin board slide and a heel flip backboard with a back D in the quarter pipe. And back to the bump to bar with the back tail. It was just a perfectly put together round. Everything in the round was well thought of, perfectly executed with a backside blunt slide, followed by the kickflip front board you guys just saw. He used every single obstacle in the park. He did flip-ins, heel flip-ins. He skated, he did the spins, just everything you need to do. Basically what our judges are looking for, what we said in the beginning, it had it all, and that's how you can score the top spot with an 89.0. So, yep, there you just go. It's very nice to see perfect rounds in the top 3.
And as well, it's super nice to see the determination and the planning all come and work out as you get out onto the course there. Like we've just been explaining, you know, you have been going over runs with him as a good friend of Richard's, talking about, okay, what's going to be good or bad, and you see it link up perfectly, exactly how you planned it. I mean, that's just what talks about the dedication of all these athletes on such a high caliber. So talking about some of the top athletes in the world of action sports. Next up today, it's going to be at 2:40, the finals for the UCI BMX Freestyle Park World Cup Women's Edition. Let's take a look at the schedule of the day out here in Edmonton. Saturday in beautiful Louise McKinney Riverfront Park. That's right, I just said 2:20 is going to be the finals for the women's. Then we're going to move forward to the semifinals of the men's UCI BMX Freestyle Park. And at the end of the day, 7:35, we're going to have the UCI BMX Freestyle Flatland World Cup semifinals to round things off for our Saturday. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Follow us on all the social media channels, Instagram at Fees World, as well as our Twitter, Snapchat Fees World Series, and as well like us on Facebook, fees.official. If you guys want to stay tuned with all the video coverage, make sure you as well go to fees.tv. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. This was Ryan Meyer and Thomas Winter for the semifinals of the skateboard. Let's take a look at the overall rankings out there on the World Series. Check out our boys there, the top 5. Ikeda Dasuke with the 19,000 points right there, sitting in first place. Richard Tori nipping at his heels. So you see right now the top 2 from the semifinals are biting it out, battling it out for the top of the leaderboard on the overall. Adrian Boulard in third place there. Sora, who is unable to actually compete today due to injury just before the finals, in fourth place right there. And George Poole sitting off in 5th place. So this is how it looks so far before we get to the finals. We're going to have to see after Sunday how the lineup is going to be mixed up. Thank you guys again for tuning in. That was the semifinals out here in Edmonton. On behalf of Ryan Meyer, Thomas Winter, and everyone else out here at the FIS World Series, thanks for tuning in, and check us for the next events this weekend.
Yes, yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Woo! Start the party. Celebrate. I'm sick of nonsense. I want to elevate from that familiar feeling. Pick up the road.